Mic test. Sibilance. Popping my peas. A little bit of a pop there. That song's so fun. Alright, let's restart that for a second there. Everything looks okay. We're in the green. Stream is running. Looking pretty good. First off, let's do this.
Makex subscribe to the channel.
Thank you for the subby, Makex. All right, I think we're looking pretty good. All right, let me
And a double helping of gravy.
let me pop this button right on. All right, that looks okay. Ooh, yeah. Is that working? Camera here, camera here. And then we got this camera here. It's pointed over there. Where's it actually pointed? It's kind of pointed right on. Kool-Aid man, yes. Welcome. All right, let me swap headsets. Well, howdy, folks, and welcome back to Country Fried Minis. I'm your host, Cameron, the country boy in the big city, presenting once more from the Bullshit Corner 2.0. And today, we're going to dive into some models from Mr. James' workshop. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and I am heckin' looking forward to it. We're going to be painting some salamanders in the colors of the Badab War. So they're going to be, well, shit, I got some impel models. Racha. My client has sent me a few examples. So instead of the normal green fare that folks are used to seeing with the Salamanders, these are going to be painted up like, oh damn, I can't remember what type of salamander it was. But we're going yellow armor with the black stripings. We'll probably do a freehand salamander symbol on them. Gonna grind through them as fast as possible, but they're gonna be painted to a pretty high standard as well. So gonna try to find the best of both worlds on that. And real quick, let me do a quick little test here. Geez, where's the dang Pangea link? Mr. Another Nate, do you happen to have that that link somewhere? You could toss some chat. I guess the chat won't help me. I think I got the Pangea back up today. There is like a link somewhere. Let me switch this to desktop site so I can see what the heck I'm doing. There should be a viewer page. Ah, yes. Thank you, Mr. Another Name. Thank you. So if we came in here and we hit this, will this work? Here we go. Let's see if this works. Are we live again? Is it working? I think it's in the queue. So we shall see. In the meantime, while we wait on that, we talk about the process a little bit until it interrupts me. On the agenda today, we're gonna dig in on this model. I think he's some kind of character. And we're gonna scrape mold lines. We're gonna give him a little love. We're gonna buff some corners with acetone. Get it looking nice and pretty. We're gonna go over this one as well. Unfortunately, this was sent to me sans one spike. I might have a bit for that. We'll look and see if the bit box can supply. And we're gonna give it the same treatment. We're gonna rub down any mold lines, any flashing. Scrape it down, get it good and clean, and then we're going to hit these with a primer coat and hopefully get to some painting today. But as any of y'all who saw the Wizard Lizard episode would remember, GW models seem to take ages to prepare. So today is probably going to be just a preparatory session, and then we'll be back on Friday most likely with a little more work on them. Getting stuck in, getting those base coats down, and shading them into yellow. So we got a really full month coming up right here on Country Fried Minis. I hope you guys are already subscribed, and if you're not, why ain't you subscribed yet? Number go up, you know what I mean? If you are finding this via the algorithm after the fact, let me know. Oh, wait, there it is.
Could you tell us about a new game, Hammer Fight? Oh, Hammer Fight? It's a wild ride where you swing giant hammers to smash everything in sight. Picture a chaotic brawl with medieval vibes where you pilot flying machines armed with massive hammers and other swingy weapons. It's all about precision, timing, and a bit of luck, like trying to avoid a Technicolor yawn while riding a roller coaster. Just don't blame me if you end up accidentally redecorating your room with broken minis.
Well, thank you, Nate. I would love to hear more about your new game, Hammer Fight, as it goes from development into production. That another Nate AI, it's a little quiet, don't y'all think? I think he's a little quiet. Let's see. Oh God, what's that? What the heck?
Tobias Fonstellian just gifted 10 Steak Biscuits memberships.
Jeez. Is it gonna say it? Oh my God! Thank you, Tobias. Holy shit! I guess the bot doesn't read them out one by one anymore.
Another Nate asked me, how many beans is too many beans? I mean, kitty toe beans, naturally. Ah, the eternal question of feline arithmetic. There's no such thing as too many kitty toe beans, my friend. The more
No
beans,
such thing.
the merrier. You could bask in the glory of infinite soft, squishy little toe cushions.
Toe cushions.
And
yes.
never tire of it. I'd say a bean bonanza is always welcome, so embrace the perfect beanitude. Just watch out for the colon bees while you're at it.
But why did he have to bring colon bees into it? Okay. Thank you for the don't know, Mr. Another Nate. Let's go through these names here since the thing doesn't read them out anymore. Welcome to the Steak Biscuit memberships. Matt M. Fajanus, Dylan Shannon, Joe, Seismic, Krev, Silk Burrito, Super Dad, Dat Guy, Ravenous, and Wallman. He could be boosted or buffeted. I was looking on the page for a second there, but I don't think I can really boost it too much without like taking a break and logging into the computer to do it, which we may do here in a bit once we get a little progress in. I really should give you administrative access to that page, Mr. Nate. But I think I might have to. I'd have to give you my YouTube login for that. I'll look into it and see if I can give you what's the like a maintenance key. Okay, anyhow, I don't think I'm gonna film the cleanup part. I think that at this point, mold lines is just, a way of life, and anybody who does GW models is well aware of such a trend. So we're not gonna worry about filming this. We're just gonna get stuck in. And I don't know if any of y'all out there haven't painted a GW model. I do actually recommend trying it out. The mold line removal and the cleanup and just the experience of the plastic they have is really good. So even if you're not a GW player, if you find yourself able to get a fun model from them for a decent price, I definitely recommend painting one. Especially if you're used to catalyst plastics. Like right here, just rubbing your hobby knife backwards across the mold lines is so good. As much as I hate on GW, they are where I started into the hobby. So I do look fondly on the Space Marine experience from time to time. Very rarely, but it is good. What is the best BTC boofing tech? You talking Bitcoin? So I think if you wanted to boof your Bitcoin, you should probably invest in a nice thumb drive that is like shaped nicely for the booty, and then you put your wallet key on it. And just give it a nice little push, maybe a little lube if you're not used to it, and get it good and deep in there. Like really enjoy the experience. No, BattleTech Classic. Well, I think the best BattleTech Classic experience probably lies in your selection of mech. They're definitely not all created equal. I'd go for something with a small cross section, maybe like a Raijin or a War Dog would probably be pretty nice. But honestly, the best is probably the classic Ironwind Metals Urban Mech. You can get vibes with Wallace built in. There you go. Mr. Another Nate has it. I don't know how much I'd be able to manage from phone. AI me is not too low to keep going with. Yeah, I'll try to remember to boost it. And one of these days, Mr. Nate, I will compensate you for your moderation, probably in biscuits, like actual biscuits, like a whole crate of them shipped to your door, or maybe even catnip. Yes, a whole bale of catnip for your cats, of course. Battletech boofing. How do boof Battletech? Get your How Do Boof Battletech shirt at countryfriedminis.threadless.com. I think that's the. It's in the chat. It's in the description down there. Oh no, Nightbot. No, Nightbot. You don't get to pop cat alone. Is the bot actually listening? Did that come through? Yeah, there it goes. I'd be fine with just a satisfying hammer fight. Oh, would we put something on the line? Yeah, I would think so. I think that's where the password comes in, Mr. Nate. We'd put the I'd hang a piece of paper in my Bitcoin vibe. I'd tie a piece of paper to it and then tie it around my neck with the password to the channel. And then if you best me in single combat, it's all yours. Oh man. Something's got me sneezy today. I apologize for the sniffling. Anyhow. I started to say that's enough silliness, but there's never enough silliness. Digressing though, we're gonna get stuck in, and we're gonna give these models some love. We're gonna rub all over them. Get these mold lines taken care of. Get into priming. I think we're gonna go with a white prime since they're yellow. But honestly, I think we're gonna do like a warm brown kind of base coat anyways. So it may not matter so much with the white base coat. We could potentially end up with like a nice zenithal effect going on instead. Maybe like we'll hit them with black first and then airbrush on some dark brown and hit them with a zenithal from above of white to build up some nice brown gradients with bright areas for the yellow. The thing is, I think I would normally go for like a pink purple warm kind of color for the yellow, but I want to match these models. I want to match the client's paint job as best as I can, and I think in this case we're looking at more of like a neutral brown kind of base coat to build into the yellow. It's a little cool. There's a little bit of warmth in there. It's just neutral. It's middle of the road. I think that's what we'll go for and try to match that up. Any helmetless salamanders? I want to see a blonde flat top. Unfortunately, I do not have a helmetless one, and I think you're right. That's what I really miss in old GW. So I don't know if any of y'all are like old-time veterans of GW, of Warhammer 40k, but back when I first started, which would have been, I want to say early 3rd edition, but I don't think it was super early. I started in 2001. Salamanders were all I'm pretty sure they were completely black dudes with blonde hair, like man, where is that island? There's a Pacific island where the folks there are very dark skinned with curly kind of blonde hair, and it looked a lot like that type of genetics for the salamanders. Think, what's his face? Wesley Snipes from Demolition Man. And it looked awesome. It was such a good look. It went really well with the green armor. And at some point along the way, I suspect GW pulled a PR stunt, and some like tone deaf individual in the company. This is conjecture, of course, not proven, but I think that someone thought that an army of nothing but black guys was racist, so they turned them into black guys, like charcoal black with red eyes. And that's just insane. They look so silly. And yeah, I kind of miss that look. If I was playing Salamanders myself, I think I'd go for helmetless as much as possible to get that look in there. Plus, I don't know if any of y'all out there have done much with painting like mid to dark skin tones, but it's a really nice, super fun challenge. In my Infinity Army, I try to include like the full spectrum of skin tones, and I always find that black skin is one of the toughest, because you want to get those deep, rich tones, you know, get a little bit of yellows in there, get a little bit of blues in there, and also not lighten it up too much to where you lose the effect. Yeah, big recommend trying out black skin on your next project. Very fun to paint, very fun to challenge yourself with. I mean, how many flesh tones out there by various wargame companies are just called skin, and it's just like generic white skin tone number 7. Took away some of the humanity from the chapter, and they were supposed to be the most good guy of all the space. Yeah, exactly. And now they're like fucking like charcoal black skinned abominations. It could be a fun project though, actually, sitting here thinking about it. What if you did like a modern Primaris Marine in the classic style, and then like an old school like goofy Rogue Trader era in the new modern black skin? I don't know, it never sat with me well. As a once Salamander player, it felt wrong. Anyhow, we're making decent progress here. We're just going to go round and round and round this model. We've got a nice sharp blade. This is not a new blade, but it's fairly new. I've probably used it a dozen times or so now. So it's still pretty sharp. Like, I'd cut myself bad if I ran my finger on it. And we're just, I don't know if that's kind of showing up here. So I've got it bit in like I was going to be cutting that direction, and then just scraping backwards. And one thing you can notice immediately in working with this styrene as opposed to GW or Catalyst's PVC is I'm able to scrape the mold line off this ribbed cable here, like no problem. Catalyst models just won't do that. I wonder if we'll ever see like proper plastics from Catalyst. I don't see why we would. They have no reason to switch off jet black skin and red eyed. Yeah, it's so stupid. I wonder where we could find some pictures of old Salamanders. Maybe the old Space Marine Codex. I don't think I have the 3rd edition one, unfortunately. No, I don't see it. I might have it put up somewhere. If I do, I'll pull it out and show it at some point during this model project. We're starting to get there. I still see a few spots that really need some love. And honestly, if these were for my tabletop, I'd already be diving in. I wouldn't be worried about the mold lines at this point. But there's still a few spots that are going to show up. And I'm thinking we're going to go pretty detailed with this paint job. So I want to be ready to deal with any potential problems. So we're going to get in there and really clean this up. White dwarf. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, I think you're right. Some old white dwarf issues. I probably have some kicking around. I'll need to make a mental note and dig those out. Be nice to do like a good side-by-side comparison. Funny, if anything, this is making me want to do a second salamander video. I'll tell you what, I'm even tempted to repaint my my 2nd edition Marines as salamanders. There are 2 helmetless guys in the box. And you know what? I think that'd be a lot more fun than the Crimson Fists, honestly. All right, so this is still pretty caked up with mold lines and connection points. Looks like the model was pretty decently cleaned when it was assembled. It's basically there. There's just a few fiddly spots that need some love, so we're gonna just charge along, get those going. We do have a few spots that need some gap filling. Like I see a line right here. I'm gonna want to put some milliput in that. We have a seam right here. We may want green stuff for that though. I'll think about it while we continue the mold line removal. Looking decent though. Top of this little flamer thing. I hope y'all can see decently. We are on a new camera orientation now. Let's run that. Let's take a second and regard this other guy. I think this might be primed already. I can't tell if it's just the resin itself or if it's primed. So we're about to find out while we scrape this line right here. Yeah, it's primed already. That's okay. That's okay. Got some little surface details that need to be removed. It's going to be interesting going in and working on some GW stuff. Let's been a while. The lizard wizard was the last GW model I painted. All right, so let's dig in the box of bits. Let's dig in here and see if we can't find something. Let's see if we can't find something that'll replace that spine on top that's missing. If not, we'll leave it too. But we might have something in here to work. This is just straight up trash bits. Nuts and bolts even in there. Surely we have something. Surely we got something in here. I'm shocked I don't just have any straight up like Chaos Space Marine bits. These are infinity guns. I don't think any of those will work. What's in here? These are... It's an assault cannon body. What are you? This is a locust body. Ralph Partha base. A hand sculpted little truck. I'm not seeing anything that would make a nice spine though. We got here bits of pewter. See, this is an RPG rocket, but I think the point on it is maybe a little too fat. Surely something in here. I'm shocked there's not something. Maybe not. Maybe we just leave it as is. I don't think that's a part I could shave down. Alright. That's enough of that. Howdy, folks. Welcome, Frankie. I hope you're doing well. We are musing about old hammer and scraping mold lines on some GW stuff. And currently, I'm looking to see if I have a spike to replace the one that should be on the top of this model. I don't think I have anything handy, though. Really not looking like it. Unfortunately. Spiky bits is just not something I keep around. I got some old supports here. That could maybe work. Yeah, let's give that a go. Let's see if we can't saw off one of those tips there. Come on. This is my old toothpick. Yeah, I don't think a toothpick I don't think a toothpick will do here. Just because of the standard I want to achieve with the models. If it was more tabletop and less like kind of centerpiece leader, I'd go for a toothpick. I want something with no surface texture that's gonna show up, and I think unfortunately when doing a finer finer level paint job, that the texture wood grain would show up there. Oh, come on, close, brother. All right, can we get this back down now? All right, yes, we can. I think maybe one of these supports might do. So let's see if we can just remove one with the hobby knife here. That pinged off into non-existence. Oh shit. Okay, there we go. Let's see if we can't. It's gonna be the best way to hold on to this. My throat is seizing up. Do I see a wild Corey Thurston in the chat? What up, duder? Yeah, we're working on some salamanders today, but we're doing salamanders in yellow. It's going to be really fun. Off Beyond, he says, hey, I just began painting some zombicide orcs. And what do I see? CFM is streaming. Yeah, we're back at it today, y'all. We're digging back in. We're getting back on the regular grind. Digging into a project. Some Space Marines, which to me is super refreshing. I haven't done Space Marines in so long. Mr. Corey, if you're there, and are hearing this, you should know that I am, it's looking like a September trip back to the old southeast is becoming more and more realistic. Might be down there for about a month, so we're gonna get some games in. All right. I apologize, y'all. I did not do any warm-up talking before the stream, and it is... my throat needs to be cleared. Alright, I think this is going to work really nicely. We're just going to keep working on this edge here and get this little spine nice and filed down till it's usable. I think it's gonna work. It's gonna be a little big. It's gonna be a little big, but I think that's fine because it'll be the spike in the middle. Let's see what that's gonna look like here. Yeah, I think it's gonna work beautifully, actually. Fuck, that's annoying. Got a refill at your twang bank. Yeah, exactly. Gonna send you the pics of my new scratch builds. Yeah, post them in the relevant channels on the CFM Discord if you want. Also, let's see. Where's the viewer page? What about one of these? We'll do this one right here. Pal, tell us about Space Marines. Tell us about Space Marines and old school Warhammers. Boom, let's send that. Okay, I need something to put my glue on. Do I have a guest palette ready to go? I don't. That means we're gonna need... Where is my box of Pity Lady stickers. I think that's it right there. I think that's it right there. Let's get another lewd sticker for today. Let's get another lewd sticker. Who do we get? I'm just gonna grab one. We've already used that one before. Let's get a new one. How about this one? There we go. Here's that lady again singing about dirty things. Alright. I think there might be a little bit of glue in here still. Let's pop that lid and see if we can't get in there. Dude, the Tangia is taking ages. I think there's glue in there. I can't tell. Oh no, you know what this means, y'all? This means it's extra thin time. Let me run across the room real quick. Dude, what is with the Tangia queue today? It's taking ages. Okay. So, we're going to have to do the extra thin. Hopefully I don't create a disaster. There we go, just a little bit. Excuse me. Alright, we're going to get our little spiky doodad. I'm going to rub it in the...
In my day, space marine were real men. Even if they were impotent and infertile, they were still mortal, fallible, and human. Sort of. I mean, they were still gods. They just had more flavor. I miss flavor. Because I'm an old lady and I can't taste anymore.
Yes, old lady can't taste flavor anymore.
Country Fried Minis asked me, tell us about Space Marines and old school Wathhammer. Oh boy, we're talking about the beefiest boys in the galaxy. Space Marines. These genetically enhanced super soldiers are the poster children for epic battles in the Warhammer 40k universe. Clad in their power armor, they're tougher than a $2 steak and ready to purge heretics faster than you can say NULN oil. Old school Warhammer? Now that's a stroll down memory lane. Picture lead minis, hand painted with love, and rules so complex they could make a calculus book blush. It was a time when every game could feel like a tactical puzzle, but oh, the satisfaction when it all clicked. It's a slice of nostalgia served with a...
With a what? With a what? Oh, the bot left us hanging. All right. I think we're there on the mold lines here. There's still a few really tight ones that I don't think are going to be super consequential. We're definitely to the point of diminishing returns. So I think what we're going to do then, we're going to get out a little bit of green stuff. We're going to start doing some gap filling. And, yeah, charge forward. What kind of fuzz is that? Is this hot glue in my... I think it's hot glue strings in my dang old green stuff there. Alright, let's get a nice little pinch of the yellow. Nice little pinch of the green. Yeah, green and blue are the same color, if y'all didn't know. This is fact. Alright. So, I think we need a nice little sculpting tool. Second sculpting tool. We're going to roll out some green stuff. I probably should get a little cup of water ready. I think I have one ready. Racha. Let's fill that up. That's to dip our fingies into. Did you end up posting those scratch builds, senor? Let's see. Maybe not. Alright, so what were the gaps we need to fill here? We got a section of cape that needs to be filled, and we're gonna have to do a little sculpting there. And we've got a seam that runs on the front of the greaves that I want to fill in. Oh shit, I see mold line that needs removal. Let's get in there and get that out. Those fingers clean. Now see, I think this is a really good example of better mold lines here. So that is a mold line that runs across details, much like Catalyst models do, but we're able to scrape it clean due to it being a nice stiff styrene. Get that going. I think we're going to start with a nice little wormy dealy. Maybe like 30% of this. Yeah, I think that's good. Wet our fingies. We're gonna roll this out nice and skinny. Okay. That's even like way too much still. Let's take half of that once more. And we're gonna roll that even thinner, I think. Yeah. So I got my little hook tip right here. I'm just gonna maneuver this into position. Alright. See if I can't get that camera zoomed in. How's that? Where are we actually at with this right here? I don't know if it'll focus. Hopefully it will. And we're gonna keep our tool nice and wet. Just push it down into those crevices. Kind of going by memory here as to where the seam is, since I can't really see it. Alright. Come in here and remove the excess. We have that ready to go for more stuff. Remove that excess as well. Alright, so now I'm going to use the loop end of this because it's nice and flat. And we're going to start mushing this down in using the edge of our loop here. Just really get it in there. Push it really good. We want it to spread out and fill that crevice before we go back in and remove the excess. Just about see what I'm doing here. There we go. There's our line. Just make sure it's all filled in. And we're going to come back in wherever we can and flatten it down and smooth it out. So with this pass, we're reconstructing the end of the cloak right there. I'm going to come in here and really dig into the folds of the pelt. Make sure the tool stays nice and moist. Some people use Vaseline for this. I personally find that water is usually enough. Now we're going to start scraping and removing as much from the surface as we can. The trick here is that we want to fill in that detail with the smallest amount of putty as we can get away with. Just really get in there. Now I'm going to take my hook. I'm going to start back pressing, which is going to create, oh, what do you call it? Like a break point for the putty. Create a break point, and like our little ridges, our little bits of excess will snap off. Again, we want as little as possible here, and that's largely because this, at least in my experience, any of my sculpted details are going to look very obviously sculpted. I can sculpt decently, but not any kind of precision detail. So we're going to get in here and we're going to start picking away at excess. And the beauty of this stuff is, even though it takes a few hours to cure, it doesn't shrink at all. So we're able to prime it over top of it, and it's not going to, the shape isn't going to change. I think it's starting to look kind of good. See if we can't get this bit off the top over here. There we go. I'm gonna buff that smooth. There we go. Now see, that gap is filled and we have the little line of the fold in the pelt. Same here. Same there. Try to buff all this nice and smooth. And I think with that, we've got our gap filled. Got our gap filled. So no longer is there a little line there. This is going to look like a nice steady flow across the shoulder. And where was the other bit? The other bit was on the legs. So we're going to give that the same treatment, but in a different way. So we're going to take that little bit of leftover that we had earlier. We're going to roll that noodle even thinner. I want this thing like stupid thin. Yeah, there we go. Let's take that much right there. Take that much, and we're gonna get in here and we're gonna set it next to our greave. We're gonna hold it. Oh, come on. It's stuck to the knife. I need 3 hands for this. And then once if we can press it into a position, we can pull away the other tool. And now it's just stuck to both tools. Yay, I love green stuff. It's not annoying at all. Not even a little bit, y'all. Not even a little bit annoying. Not even. Not annoying at all. Refinery Zone from Sonic 3. Sonic 3? I don't remember Sonic 3. I remember Sonic 2. Alright, that worked that time. We're going to take our little ball burnisher, and we're going to get it nice and moist, and we're going to fucking smush this green stuff in there. And it is still going to stick to our tool, even though our tool is wet. And it's going to refuse to stick to the plastic, because that's how green stuff do. Can't fucking see what I'm doing. Dude, that just... it's stuck to the wet tool. It's just like, nah dog, I love water, and I'm gonna stick right to it. You absolute fucker. Please stick to the goddamn model, you absolute insolent putty strip. Getting mad at green stuff. Getting mad at green stuff. It sticks to the tool and does not stick to the model. Not even a little bit sticks to the model. Not even attempting to stick to the model. There we go. Oh, nope. It's stuck to the wet tool. Go in the goddamn hole, you piece of shit. Holy fucking shit. Alright, 3rd attempt. Let's dry off the model really, really well. Let's dry off the model. The slightest bit of moisture on the model is preventing the sticking. This would be a lot easier if this model was not assembled yet. No, I'm wrong actually. Maybe if the cloak wasn't there, it's got to be assembled before it'll work. All right, let's see if 3rd time's the charm, and we can get this putty to stick to the model and not my tool. All right, it's in place. We're going to wet the fucking tool, and we're going to smush it into that crevice. Nope, it's stuck to the tool immediately. You goddamn gotta be kidding me. Stick to the fucking model, please. For fuck's sake, stick to the goddamn model. Where's my fucking tweezers? Welcome to the stream where I lose my mind. Ah, it's instantly stuck firmly to the tool. Why? Can any of y'all explain to me why green stuff sticks to tools and not styrene? Especially when the tools are wet and should not be sticking. Does that make sense to any of y'all? Dude, like the slightest poke and it's stuck to the tool. Dude, it's like super glue on metal. Here's how we're gonna do this. I'm gonna blob so much fucking green stuff on this that maybe some of it will stick in there, and then I'm just gonna scrape it clean. Blob this shit like fucking 20 times as much as we want there, and I'm gonna rub it. Fucking fuck you, putty. I will brute force this project. I don't even know. There we go. All right. I think it's maybe a mindset thing, right? I need to want it to I need to want it to stick to the tool, and then it won't stick to the tool. Right? All right, so we're going to try that same thing here. We're going to put like an outrageous excess there. You see? If it'll focus, it won't focus, will it? There we go. Outrageous excess, and we're just going to fucking smash it in there. And then we're going to scrape it clean. Let me know down below if you hate green stuff as much as I do. All right. There we go. That did it. We have discovered new technique. New technique unlocked. Let's get in there and clean that out. Now, of course, that I need to clean it off. It is stuck so firmly to the model that it is unreal. Yeah, I think that's the secret. You know, I think the secret is to want it to do the opposite of what you want it to do, and then it'll do the opposite of what you want it to do. Yes. Okay, we got those gaps filled. There we go. I used 1/10 of the putty I mixed up. I think we're ready to do. What are you talking about? Preview is disabled. Enable preview. Yes. Smush it on just a little bit, wait a bit, then come back in for shaping. I don't have the luxury of waiting. I could end stream and sit here for 4 hours waiting on it to partially cure, you know? Okay, so this guy is basically ready. There's some mold line stuff happening here. I guess in this case it's probably more flashing. No, it's mold lines. Let's clean those mold lines. This one's nicely cleaned up. Our spike worked out beautifully. That looks pretty good. I think we're ready to prime. Excellent. Excellent. Successfully navigated the putty with only one small mental breakdown. I think that shows growth and deserves a sip of coffee. All right, so we are priming. Once again, everyone's favorite part. I'm not going to film priming for this video. I might film the airbrush work, though. That could be fun. Where are you sitting at? We're only an hour in. Dude, I just destroyed that camera. Let's get out our spray thing. Let's put on our gloves. And let's put on PPE.
All right, so yes, ads. Thank you for the ads, YouTube. I love ads. We need spray out pot. Spray out pot goes here. Need the needle. Needle goes here. We need 2 jars of water. We need to throw things on the floor. We got our spinal res. Let's see if our paintbrush, our airbrush is working. It looks pretty fucking cruddy in there. So I bet it's gonna be seized up. You know, it feels alright. It's a little tight, which means we have some buildup. So I'm gonna take a little acetone and I'm gonna put it in here. Maybe a little more. A little bit of acetone. We're gonna stick it here, and we're gonna run the needle back and forth. We're gonna break up that gunk that's still in there. It's still a little tight. Unfortunately, this is a problem that happens so often due to the design of this airbrush. I talk about it all the time. But because the needle comes off through the follower, through the tube there, it forces you to pull paint. Every time you take the needle out, you're pulling paint in through this bit. So if this is a properly constructed airbrush, you'd be able to pop the front off and then pull the needle out the front where it doesn't clog it up. You're only an hour? Ah, yes. I don't know if that's true. I think I'm maybe a little more than an hour. I think I'm maybe almost 40 years. Actually, Mr. Nate. Alright, let's rinse that cup with a little water. Let's get our compressor turned on. And let's shoot the water through. Seems to be working to me. Alright, so getting out our Steinel res. Dig out our Steinel res. Let's fill the cup. Oh, I just realized the compressor is on the shelf where my cameras are attached, so when it's running, it's going to vibrate. Alright, so I actually have this bit that needs some prime on it too. So we're going to do that. Son of a bitch. This needs to be cleaned. This has some pooling on it. I need to clean that real quick. Let's clean that pooling off. So I hand primed this before, and that was a mistake. I can see immediately that was a mistake. So we're gonna clean off this bit of pooling. This is a bit for a project that's got to go out tomorrow that I neglected. So I need to prime this and get it painted as well while we're working on the other stuff. Holy shit, it's so hot, you say? How hot is it? 90 plus today? How bad is that vibration every time the compressor goes off? I see it vibrating. I can see my camera shaking. That's funny. I hadn't thought of that at all. I need to put some kind of vibration dampening on that compressor. Alright, where's a toothbrush? Do you have an old dirty toothbrush I could use? There we go. Let's use this one. You know, it's funny that that compressor is running even though I'm not spraying anything out of it. Why is that compressor running? Alright, that looks okay. Let's clean this off. Being corrected in the software, you can't even tell your trip's shaking. 93 today. Too hot to art, you say? Never too hot to art. You just got to do hot art. You got to get your nips out. All right. Okay, so that's cleaned off. We can actually start. Little side quest here. We're gonna prime one side at a time here, and make sure to drop the thing naturally. It is really not getting any white on that fucking thing, is it? Ah yes, I forgot. This paint sucks. And it clogs up. You see all the big specks that shoot out of this fucking thing? Don't buy paint from warehouses on Amazon. Alright. See all these fucking chunks in my paint? That's just in the paint. It's clogged up because the paint is full of chunks. There we go. Oh, there's a big old chunk on the model. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Make sure to buy your airbrush paints from a retailer where you can visually inspect the bottles and they aren't hella clogged up like this one. I'm looking forward to replacing this paint. Should have got a watercolor pad instead of drawing. Oh yes. Your sweaty hands would melt the paper if you tried. Yeah, that sounds plausible. Ham-shaped stuff touchers.
I am the cream, yeah. The cream of the crop. And there is no one that does it better!
Right, we got more chunks flying out of this fucking shitty paint. It's honestly a crapshoot if this paint is gonna flow. I suspect that this paint sat on a fucking Amazon warehouse shelf for like a year before it made its way to me. It was fully separated out, like all the pigment was compacted on the bottom, and I've done all I can to really break it down and get it remixed up, but it still has little tiny chunks in it. I need like a high-speed blender type situation to actually get it going. Alright, so we do the same thing here. Another pass on the back end. Do we have fuzz on this already? So I'm setting it down. I don't know if y'all can see it, but all these little specks that keep shooting out, you probably can't see them, but they are physically, like they're tangible lumps shooting out of this fucking paint. Tangible lumps in my paint. It's completely clogged. It'll eventually blow it free.
I'm just as old as Grandma, and I prefer my paint too be the consistency of cottage cheese because I'm old and disgusting and also wish I could still taste flavours.
It is old and disgusting. Also, Nathan says poo pee pee farts. Poop and pee and pee pee farts. Alright, there we go. We blasted that shit clear. Oh, there's another one because I dared open my mouth. We'll get there though. We'll get there yet. Oh, come on, blast free. There they go. Nope. Jesus fucking Christ. Look, just when you go to buy your primer, make sure it's not completely fucking separated out on the shelf. Fortunately, this paint is almost done. There's like maybe 20% left. And the nightmare of the Amazon warehouse final res will be over. We just want to get a good primer coat on this so that our delicate work later will stick to the model very securely. Clogged up again. Come the fuck on. Absolutely ridiculous. Oh, it clogged again. Clogged again. Clogged again. Clogged again. Just hit the chunk every now and then and clogs right back up. Alright, that's good. Thankfully we're almost fucking done with this white. Holy shit. I need to go back on Amazon and leave a negative review for this product. 1 star, clogged as fuck. You need a milk frother that would be a tool for resuspending primer particles. Yeah, but like, I could also just like buy primer off the shelf from my local Dick Flick. And I can see visually that it's not like separated out for the last fucking year. And I think that's actually the solution here. I also should have put a little sand on the base here. I'm realizing. It's alright, we're almost done with this bottle, and I will pick a better paint that I can visually inspect. Y'all probably can't see it, but like, this looks like fucking sawdust particles. It's absolutely ridiculous. Okay. Let's give this guy one more pass. There we go. Alright, now we can use a real fucking color. Oh. Alright, let's blast some water through this bitch. Time to duck.
You got time to duck?
It's only a good stream if disaster with pain is upon us. Ah, yes. You know, I find it really interesting, Grim, that these streams have been a pretty solid chronicle of my own ability to deal with disaster, to modulate emotion, to stop getting so fucking angry. You know what I mean? Let's shoot some alcohol through this. Let's break down what's left. I think we might actually film a little bit here. The clog is bad enough. Alright, this clog is really bad. This clog is bad. It's bad. It's really fucking bad. Let's shoot some acetone through it, actually. Whoop. There we go. I think that ought to do it. This needle is disgusting. Yeah, look at that fucking... that clog there. That was in that fucking white paint. Holy crap, thank you, Cloud, you say. Now, see, though, here's the thing, too. So to get that fucking clog out, and to actually treat the airbrush, I had to pull it through here, which means part of that clog is likely now inside this bit, because the fucking manufacturer put this plug on the end of the needle, and I can't push it through the correct directions. For that matter, I would not recommend a Badger Arrow airbrush. Bad design, really bad design. Alright, let's clean that needle, because we have more airbrushing to do. Yeah, at first glance, this looks like a quality of life improvement, but this actually compromises the function of the machine. Immediate 10 degree Fahrenheit drop. Interesting. Yep, this is fucking... I feel it. Yeah, so I just pushed it through, and it pulled a bunch of white paint from inside the tube. It's like absolutely insane. That's gonna clog up again too. Look, there's another chunk in there. There's some serious chunks in there, actually. Awful, awful, awful design. Okay, so all that bitching done. Let's get into painting these models. Let's get into filming them a little bit. We're going to start the project. See if I can.
Big Titty Tyler and his gay-ass Tesla. Fucking up your paint stream as Comstar makes you do push-ups while trying to correct an airbrush failure. That airbrush has seen some shit you wouldn't believe. Attached to ships on fire off the shoulder of Orion. It didn't see any C-beams because it never went to Tenhauser Gate. Purpose we ain't got none. Bring me some buff and white monster. Let's get busy with painting.
Would you do a workout?
Oh, I do.
Give me 10.
Okay.
You got it.
Bye, everyone. She can go on forever.
Pooping. Oh yay, there's an ad playing. Cool. You know, my favorite part of the ads is that it puts me back on top chat every single time. Alright, more pro video. I'm going to show our two models to the camera, like so. And of course it won't focus on them because they're white. Got to force the exposure to compensate for white. This camera is actually really stupid and won't compensate for white. Let's do that again. Let's set that up. Let's put some brown in there. I'm going to start with some nice leather brown. Let's start with some nice leather brown here. We're gonna let's put that down. Let's take some water. We're really gonna thin that shit out.
Who am I? I'm Hank Green. Who is Hank? Luke, Hank the Tank, choo choo bitch. Do you want apple pie? Maybe some biscuits and gravy? Another Nate makes me feel like there is hope for the world. Nah, just playing. Comstar is gonna nuke us all.
Comstar is not gonna nuke us all. He ain't got the nuke. There's a chunk in the paint there. Alright, so we got our nice globby leather brown. We're going to come in and try not to make a giant mess. And we're going to make a... There we go. And you can see it's really, really thin. Right? Really stupidly thin. It's a tint. It is a tint. And we're going to tint these boys brown. We're going to tint them brown. And we're going to drop the model as we work, of course. Can y'all see that? I didn't even think about, like, y'all being able to see it, honestly. We're doing very tiny little spritzes of this stuff. Because if I flood the surface, it's going to run like a wash. We do not want that. We're going to get a nice all-over brown coverage. And we had a really solid primer coat. So this is going to adhere really, really nicely on a molecular level. So I'm just going to hit these boys with some brown. Little tiny spritzes at a time. It'll build up quicker than you'd think. So be patient when going this approach.
When the pimp's in the crib, ma, drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. When the pigs try to get at you, park it like it's hot, park it like it's hot, park it like it's hot. And if a Tobias get an attitude, pop it like it's hot, pop it like it's hot, pop it like it's hot.
I'm using a Logitech camera. No, I was actually more worried about the camera, like my phone camera, trying to record this. I had to adjust the exposure and shutter speed and all that stuff. Alright, so we're just going to keep building up our browns. We're basically spraying colored water at the model at this point. Try not to overdo it, because it's going to perform like a wash if we do. Again. But one more pass, and I think from there what we're going to do, we're going to mix a little bit of black in with the leather brown. We're going to build up our shadow tones.
When the pimp's in the crib, Ma, drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot. When the pigs try to get it, you park it like it's hot, park it like it's hot, park it like it's hot. And if a Nathan get an attitude, pop it like it's hot, pop it like it's hot, pop it like it's hot.
Wait, why would Nathan have an attitude though? That doesn't make any sense. Okay. We got our brown on there. We're gonna take that brown that we already have. We're gonna fill our cup with water. And we're gonna take a little bit of black. Get out the black. And we'll put some black into our brown. Give that a good stir. At this point, we've got, I think we're probably just gonna hit this with like a drop of water. Not much. Your mom has an attitude? Wait. No, that's not fair. That's not real. Alright, so let's get rid of the water. And we're going to add our black-brown mix. We're going to start hitting these boys on the bottom.
Meow 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 mew mew 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 b r r r r r r r r r r e e e e e e r r r r r r r e e e r r r r t.
Jesus. What's wrong with that man? Alright, so here we're going to try to really get in there and hit the areas that got missed with our original coat. We want to really get in there and tint it. I suppose we could have done this first, but honestly, a lot of the time, I'm just making this shit up as I go. We're really gonna get deep in there, hit those shadows. Anywhere that we see, like, poorly applied shade, we want to get in there and really give it to it. Like, okay, the ribbing of this guy's leg is basically impossible to reach. So we're gonna have to pick some fucky angles to hit it. There we go. So while we still have a little bit left, we're going to hit this with another pass. My moisture trap is overburdened. Okay, that's fine right there. Let's pop our moisture trap. Ba-dum. He glued his painter by accident. He's using ultra thin and forgot he didn't have no pants on. Things got a little warm and ouchy. I'll say. Alright, so
Comstar Knight asked me, meow, 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 B R R R R R R R R R R R R R R R R R E E E E E E E
holy shit.
R R R R R R R R R R R T. Ah, a symphony of meows and the classic sprrt.
Oh no.
Sounds like the perfect soundtrack to an epic hammer fight battle of fluffy proportions.
Oh no, he knows
Now,
about the hammer
if
fight
only
now.
we could get those kitty toe beans to boop in
And the
rhythm.
toe beans!
Watch out for those colon
Oh.
bees while you're at it, meow.
Okay, so if you tell the AI anything, it does indeed remember it for the rest of the session. My moisture trap has failed utterly. I'm literally as moist as it's possible to be. Just like dripping, you mean? Okay, so we're going to come back in with another pass of our leather brown. This time we're going to have it a little less thin. So about 60-40 water to paint. So not as thick. Get that going nicely though. Let's get that set up correctly. There we go. Pour that in there. We'll do another pass on these
Comstar
boys.
Knight asked me,
That's still a little
just
wet.
remember another Nate, the flea is the best battle mech.
Not true.
Oh, the flea, it's like the kitty of the battle mech world. Small, nimble, and full of surprises.
It's
sure,
not nimble.
it might not be the beefy space marine equivalent with a giant
It's-
hammer,
it's
but
literally
it's got
not
that
nimble.
swift, darting
It's not
vibe
swift.
that fits right in with dodging colon bees, technicolor yawns. Just don't expect it to go toe-to-toe with an Atlas without pulling some serious kitty acrobatics. Meow.
But the flea is bad. The flea is bad. Don't let it lie to you. Alright, so we're doing our second pass of leather brown. We're building up a nice brown base on this boy. We don't want to cover over everything we just did, but we do
Comstar
want to...
Knight asked me, tell me about hammer fights. Picture this. You're piloting a flying machine armed with a massive hammer, ready to swing it with all your might. Hammer fights are like a
Well, you're
chaotic
the best
medieval
of it. No,
brawl
it's not.
where precision and timing are your best friend. It is a whirlwind of smashing, dodging, and hoping your aim is true. Just imagine the rainbow of destruction
What the fuck is
without
he
the
talking about?
technicolor
What the
yawn.
fuck
It's
is
all
he
about the
talking
thrill
about?
without
Where did he
redecorating
get
your
flying
room with
machines
broken
for
minis.
hammers?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know. My moisture trap is failing me big time. Big time. Alright, so we're building up our leather brown. Boom, boom, boom. Pow, pow, pow. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We want this kind of all over it. Alright, so from here, I'm going to come in with a lighter brown. Not really sure what we're going to use yet. We'll definitely start with the leather brown, but we need to mix in something a little lighter. Actually,
Meow, 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 meow,
the AI of a circuit sounded like it, right?
meow, 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 meow,
Jesus
meow,
Christ.
meow, meow.
We're going to go with some flat earth this time.
Meow 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 meow.
What have y'all done? The meowing. You guys have broken the AI. Alright, what the fuck is going on with my paint here? There's a big old clog. What's the best way to dig this out, you suppose? Let's do it over the trash can. That's unusual, to say the least. There we go. Is that gonna flow now? Probably not. I need to push it through with like a needle or something. I'm pretty sure I have some needles. Let's see. I don't know where the fuck they're at though. I don't know where they're at. This is bad. Where the fuck are my needles? Maybe a paper clip will do. Paper clip should do. Let's do a paper clip. Let's do a paper clip and push it through. Y'all ever get clogs in your Vallejo? That's unusual to me.
Meow 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 fuck 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 pee pee poo poo farts into pop air tubes up.
That's fucking awful, dude. I think this paint is actually empty. There we go. We'll just get enough of it out, I suppose. A little bit of water. That's a lot of bit of water. Fuck it. You know what we'll do? We're gonna pour that water into our paint here. I'm gonna shake it up. There we go. There we fucking go. Wet that down. Stir this up. Alright, so now we got a rich, medium, warm-ass brown. And I'm gonna do the same deal. Except we're gonna focus more on like the mid area. We never want to come from the bottom up. We always want to be straight on or a little bit top down in our angle here. But you should quickly start seeing like some nice yellowish, greenish, very earthy, doo-doo brown starting to hit the model. same here. Kind of straight on.
Comstar Knight asked me, what do you know about fayarding into
Fayarding into paper tubes.
The legendary art of fayarding into paper tubes. It's like composing a symphony of unexpected sound and adding a dash of mischief to your day. Picture it as a budget crafting project with a musical twist. One that doesn't require any Technicolor yawns. Just make sure you're ready for a good laugh and maybe some puzzled looks from the curious cats around. Meow.
Meow. Alright, that looks kinda okay. That looks kinda okay. I'm gonna hit this guy with the second pass from above. I'm actually going to take this brown while we have it out and hit our wing for the other project. And we can stop filming for a minute. Fayarding into paper tubes.
Comstar Knight asked me, please say dash 100 times? Sure thing. Dash 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 dash
You don't realize y'all have completely ruined their logic about things. I don't even know how to begin to fix it. How do you fix this? How do you bounce back from the disaster that y'all have created with the AI? I mean, really. God damn it. God damn it. I rubbed the brown off it. Alright, so this is going to be like kind of a standard white wing color with a red hole holding onto it. So we're going to start with a nice warm brown undercoat. And that'll make it take the colors really well. So we can work on that a little bit in a bit. All right.
Please say farting into paper tubes 100 times.
Wait, the other AIs don't respond to what you say. They just say what you type. You see. Only AI Cameron and AI Another Nate respond. Okay, so we got our flat earth coat. Now, what we want to do, I think, is we'll take this color again, and we're going to work in some ivory, I think. Get wrecked, you say? Get wrecked, you say. Alright, so we're going to take ivory. I'm going to film this again. And I think we might do some of the yellow work with airbrush as well. Get this going here. Let's get that going. Alright, so we got our little thing again. We'll take our ivory. We'll put some ivory in there. Again, we're going to hit it with a little bit of water and stir it up. Get it nice and bright. Much lighter, tannish, brownish tone. Make sure it's all good and mixed in. And we're going to hit these guys with kind of a top-down approach this time. Time is it? About 2 hours in. I think we're making decent time. gonna put this in. Take our boys here, and we're gonna top down, mostly top down actually. Then just a really sharp angle.
Comstar Knight asked me, "Whoops, please say pee-pee poo-poo farts 100 times." Whoops, it seems like repeating that phrase 100 times might just fill up the whole chat with a whole lot of pee-pee poo-poo farts, and that's almost like a stampede of butthole bees buzzing around.
What the fuck, dude?
How about I hit you with a fun lil rhyme instead?
You'd be up to your elbows.
Pee-pee poo-poo farts make a silly start, but keep an eye out for the colon bee's art.
Yep. We want that baby poop. We want those pee-pee poo-poo pillars. That is actively what we're after here. This is all that nice foundational tone. And I think from here we're going to work into straight ivory. We're just building up really rich shadow work. I don't know if that's coming through at all there, but like we've got multiple tones going into the shadows.
Please say farting into Popper Tobus 100 times.
What the?
Farting into Popper Tubus, 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 fart.
Oh, no. Holy shit, dude. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, for fuck's sake. Farting into Popper Tubus. You heard the man. Jesus Christ. I think I don't want to take the TTS away from that. I do not want to take it away. But what the fuck are we supposed to do with that? Holy shit. Apprentice Brian. Jesus. Alright, one more pass here. One more pass, y'all. We're going to take our ivory one more time, and we're just going to do straight ivory this time. Straight ivory. Straight ivory. Get that good and mixed up. Get that good and mixed up. We got a bunch of shit breaking loose off the bottom. We're gonna have to deal with that. Alright, there we go. We got our ivory. Just gonna put straight ivory. Make sure not get any of the chunks. We don't want no chunks in there. We're gonna come in. We're just gonna hit them straight down. Straight down from the top. And this is all just our like complex priming coat, effectively. One more pass on each of them.
House Liao, total circus act, stumbling like a tipsy mech in a minefield, betrayals their jam, strategies crash worse than a botched jump jet. Inner Sphere's eternal punchline, Comstar could just HPG zap him into oblivion for a cosmic stress ball. Deserves the delete key, not a dynasty.
I am glad we brought it back to Battletech. That does seem appropriate. Holy fucking shit. I need a fucking coffee break after that. Y'all are something else. Also, thank you for the generous donos.
Pangea is back, baby. And if any of y'all want to dig into that and create some havoc, buy some coins over on tangea.co/countryfryminis. They pay out 80% to me, so I get the lion's share of that. Okay, so now that we have that prime job down,
The hoplite battle mech exemplifies engineering mediocrity, lumbering into battle with inadequate armor and firepower that barely scratches superior foes. Its sluggish mobility invites swift annihilation, rendering it a costly relic unfit for modern warfare, a
Interesting.
mech warrior's nightmare deserving obsolescence.
I don't know if it deserves obsolescence. I don't think I necessarily agree with that. Alrighty, y'all. I need your input now, though. Should we continue with the airbrush treatment to build up our yellows in a nice smooth gradient? Or are we going to come in with a brush approach with our translucent yellers? Not really sure what's the best approach here. We want to match this, and I do have the yellows for this. In fact, I'm going to need to go grab those. So let me take a moment. Brush sounds more erotic. It is a little more erotic. The airbrush kind of gets a smooth coat all over, where the brush requires individualized attention to all the bits. Either way, I'm going to let's spray out this airbrush, turn off the compressor. I need to let it rest anyways. This moisture trap is so full of fucking water, it's insane. My compressor makes a lot of moisture. You have to attend to the bits.
Charger,
Yeah,
absolute beast mode, zooming like a caffeinated cheetah on steroids, no cap. Arms,
No
who
cap.
needs them when you're body slamming fools into next week? Lit AF for mech brawls, turning battles into hilarious demolition derbies. Peak vibes, total W.
Peak vibes. Yeah.
What are you going to do with this bullshit? I'll tell you what. You're going to do what you always do. You're going to bitch like a bitch while secretly embracing the chaos and chuckling on the inside the whole time. Then you're gonna go do a big poop. Stay regular.
Jesus Christ. It is true. It is true. There will be much bitching to be had. Holy fuck. All right. Yeah. We're going to do brush work. We're going to do brush work. People want to see the brush work. That's where we're at. We'll do brush work. I do need to get the colors, though. And they are in the other room. Well, I say other room. I only have one room. But it's in the kitchenette. I'm taking a big poo, says Phantom Harlock. Yes, big poo. Watching this shit happen while shitting. Indeed. All right, I'm going to fill my coffee. I'm going to grab those yellows. I'm going to hit the BRB screen, and I will BRB. And we can maybe actually get started on the real work. So give me just a second. I saw that you were pooping. You can't retract that message. I see it.
The host got that chill southern drawl, dropping knowledge bombs while keeping it real, with hobby hangouts that feel like vibing with your squad over Discord.
Vibing with
No
your
cap,
squad.
I tried their NMM tips, and my minis went from mid to absolute fire. Now my tabletop setup's popping off. If you're a zoomer geeking out on 3D printing parts or just want to flex your creative side without the sus gatekeeping, sub RN.
Sub RN. The fun is indeed had on the Discord. These gooners. Okay, so our yellow. I can't show you the whole box here because they're yeah. So our colors here are gonna be AK black. I think our lenses are AK deep green. And then we're doing demonic yellow. Demonic yellow. I don't know which one of these is better to use. Which one's better to use, you think? We probably want the air color because we want it a little thinner. I have never used a Fanatic paint before, but I think the air might be where it's at because we want a really thin coverage. Nice translucency on it. It was a positive review of CFM. Yeah, it sure was. Sent both so you had choices. Ah, yes. Yes, indeed. All right, so let's film up. We gotta hydrate the wet palette. So I want to film that for the video. I still don't know what the theme is gonna be in this vid, but it'll be something almost fun. Is this one open? This is open. It is open. Let's get a new Hydra. Sent both so you had choices. I think they'll perform same. We may switch over to the Fanatic to do like the second layer where we want like really solid coverage. Or if we mix it into like a highlight tone. Something like that. Let's get out the camera. Pow, right in the kisser. Alright, so we're gonna have to adjust our exposure again because white colors. No, we want 1/90th of a second. There we go. So we're gonna put out our wet palette. And we're going to come in with water and get this nice indulgent shot here. Not sure what we'll do with it, but it'll be something fun. We'll probably release a bunch of shorts about this model as we're putting it together. So from here, I want a piece of paper towel. Nice piece of paper towel. And that paper towel's gonna go in there as well. Do another one. Fold it into half as well. And so I've found that the sponge, the Hydra sponge, whatever they call it, the proprietary one for this palette, is it's a little tenacious. It holds onto the water really strongly, and doesn't release enough of it into the film. So the paper towel seems to counteract that. We'll come in with our parchment over top. Ooh, I gotta make some more fucking shorts. No time. Yeah, it's it's been kind of hit or miss with me on the views, but they do seem to be worth it to put one out every few days. Take like an hour out of the day and you know, cut one down, voice over it, toss it in now. All right, we're gonna use this demonic yellow. There we go. Grab a little droplet of water. I think maybe just a drop is probably enough. Let's find a good paintbrush. I think we'll use this nice crispy 4 round. And you guys can see it's a very translucent coat. All right, what parts are black? The chest, the feet, the backpack. All right. So we're gonna come in with our yellow and we're just gonna start putting it down. We maybe actually need to thin this a little more. I think we do. Put 2 drops of water in. I'm gonna make it nice and super thin. And let's clean the brush really good with some acetone. Just make sure it's doesn't have any residual like tans or grays in it. Give it a nice little rub down. Perfect. Ooh, coffee. All right, 2:13 p.m. We're starting on our base coats now. I hope y'all can kind of see what's going on. I tried to get some like fun and usable angles there with the camera. Our yellow is a little pale, honestly. It's a little pale. I don't know how I feel about that, and I feel like if we dig in too much, this is gonna be bad. So we're actually gonna stop. We're gonna pump the fucking brakes. And we're gonna mix a tone with our... Where the fuck did that paint go? I love when paints just fucking vanish off the face of the planet. Like, that's really cool. Where is that goddamned flat earth? See, leather brown's here, black's here, ivory's here, no flat earth. I found it, actually. You're never gonna believe it. It was in the trash can. It was in the fucking trash can. It's in the trash can. Cool. All right, so we're gonna take our flat earth and we're gonna mix that into our yellow first. We're jumping too far into yellow. We're jumping way too far into yellow too fast. Too far too fast. So we need a nice rich, warm, brownish tone first. Brownish, yellowish, tonish. There we go. Wow. Much, much better. Much better. This is still going to be really, really weak pigmentation because it's yellow, but it won't have that like, it won't have that effect where we've jumped too far in tonality up from the shadows. I think this yellow suffers from the same problem that the middle stone did, where it doesn't glaze super well. So we're gonna need to put on some like foundational warmth first. And honestly, this is really strong color. It's not as translucent as I'd like. It's fine. We'll work with it. We'll work with it. We're basically, this demonic yellow is so not transparent that I think we're actually going to lose most of our blending work. I really do not think that any of our shading is going to show through this. Not even a little bit. That really sucks. It's fine. We'll build it back up. We shall build it right back up with some good shading, some brown washing over top. Damn. I should have tested this color before trying this method. This is just like our Christmas Goblin lady, where like all that undercoat was lost to use in Middlestone. That sucks. That sucks quite a bit. I was hoping to get more shadow play with this, but that's fine. That's fine. We'll work with it. We'll make it look good. It does speak to the coverage of demonic yellow. I think this color just has a lot of fucking it's got a lot of titanium white in it, titanium dioxide. It's fine though. Fine. It's perfectly hunky-dory. We shall make it work. Now, just gonna coat it all over. I guess I probably would have done it a proper zenithal then. In hindsight, I could have just done the leather brown into ivory.
Another Nate asked me, tube fart, tube fast, tube furious. Heck yeah! Fast and furious like a whirlwind of tubular toot tunes. Imagine racing down the highway of hilarity with paper tubes in hand, creating a symphonic masterpiece of farts. Now that's a speedy escapade I can get behind. Just gotta watch for those butthole bees buzzing about. Keep it light, keep it breezy, and let's all giggle our way down this wild road.
I don't know if I don't know if the AI is sustainable anymore. Y'all have broken it in what, 4 episodes? Y'all have broken this bot. Holy shit. Melt its brain. Boofing Battletech, butthole bees, meow. Jesus. Alright, so our boy's gonna get a black chest plate. So he's also gonna need a black backpack, so we don't have to worry about those too much. We're just gonna come in and get our yellow brown all over these shoulder pads, all over the arms, the legs, the head. Trying to keep it very thin, not quite dry brushing, because it's wet. Make no mistake, the brush is wet, but we're hitting it with a similar approach to the dry brushing here. Just getting a nice thin coverage, very small amounts of color, as little as we can get away with. Unfortunately, I think this is a color that the emulsion will break if we push it down too far. And I think we're just gonna, given that this is covering over our shadow work so much, we're just gonna kind of loosely base coat it. Not worrying about crevices, and we'll go back in later and fix it with some Agrex Earthshade. Push some brown into those corner bits. I don't think we have any weathering on these boys, so we're probably not going to do any type of chipping. I might do some brush scratching. We'll approach that when we get there. Or we'll cross that bridge when we get there, I think I was trying to say. For now, we're just gonna build up our yellow brown. Build up that yellow brown. Get it in there, get it on there. Have fun with it. Be free. Spread it around. Have a good time, you know? Enjoy the paintwork. Maybe our underlayer will shine through. Maybe it will. It kind of looks like it is on the back here. We'll try to preserve that some, as best we can at least. It's yellow, right? So yellow is always just a fucking pain. Try to present shadow down here and under the elbow. Alright. Let's get a little on his head and then we can move on to that other boy. This one, the head is like well lit, so we can just get it nice and base coated. Nice solid color. Not worried about the crevices at all. Just get the fucking color on it, you know? Ow. It's looking alright. Already. Very quickly. We broke it day one, now we're just playing with the corpse. Ah, yes. It's optimized? I don't think it's optimized in the least, Mr. Palmstar. Not even a little bit. I think it's corrupted is more the term you're looking for there. Oh shit. I hit that with my hand. Alright. Now this guy does have flame motifs all over him. I don't know what we're gonna do with that. We'll have to think about it as we get there. I think it'll have to be like maybe black trim on that. I always find it pretty funny actually that the like elite Space Marine boys, their armor with the trim is very similar to Chaos. Now, I'm kind of assuming that's intentional. That like the line between Loyalist and Chaos Marine is actually pretty thin. Alright. We'll see what we can do with it though. Just get a nice thin coat all over. Can't get any in the shadows here, just a bit. All right. This looks okay for transparency as it dries, showing some of that shadow through it. That'll be pretty good. Pretty good, I think. I'm a little worried about doing the black patterning on this one. His armor is so busy. Historically, the easiest to turn is the most devout. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, let's do a second pass on this boy. Do a second pass here. So now we know we're going to paint over most of this, right? Because we got to build into the straight demonic yellow. But I think we also want to try to take advantage of some of the shadow layers with this right here. Here and there. Like the underside of this arm, I think we kind of want to preserve some of that that dark shadow tone down here on the bottom. I'm gonna try to get a nice thin bit right here. Maybe we'll just leave that shadow in the crevice. Same back here. Kind of want the shadow present on the inside of the back of the legs there. But we also want to hit those edges too. Get that reflected light going on. Or like here. That reflected light on the bottom and on the inside of that greave. But I think we kind of want a little bit of that shadow tone still showing through. We can stipple the edge and feather it. This is like sick shit brown. Our third pass here, right here as well, there as well. Do a second pass on these shadow areas. I don't want this too dark. And then as we get closer to our demonic yellow, we'll be a little more careful about the application. Here we want to establish our kind of all over gradient before we do any kind of detail work. So for now we're still comfortable just doing broad strokes, using the 4 round. We'll probably switch over to like a 2 as we start doing more detail work, and then I don't know, maybe down to a 0 for the fine details, reserving our super sharp brush for the final detail work, like the edges and eyeballs and that kind of stuff. Alright, now we're going in for our 4th pass on the legs. Just really want to get some nice opacity on the areas that need the most color. That looking decent. All right, I don't know if that like reads it all to this camera. I'll do one quick kind of dry brush style pass on the inside of the legs there. Just make sure the shadows are yellow. Like, we still want some of that priming work to shine through, but we largely want it yellow. Boom, hit that and that. And just let the surface details of the model do a lot of the heavy lifting for us. And just move our brush quickly, like we were doing a dry brush effect. Let it do the thing. Now, I have a little bit of a dilemma here. So we have this really nice dark brown-black shadow in between the legs. I kind of don't want to fuck with that, to tell you the truth. We can maybe wrap the yellow in a little bit towards it. Kind of feather that edge into the darkness. A little stippling on it. But I kind of want that raw prime job doing our shadow back there. Yeah, I think that's what we're going for. So y'all probably can't see it at all, but like back there under the cloak. Here we can go a little lighter, a little more into the yellow because it's closer to the face, closer to the focal point of the model. So we'll use this color as our darkest shadow. Nice doo-doo brown. What's this? This color's like I ate too much pizza and my shit is cheese colored. Okay. Boom. Now, this all just gets coated. Solid. Same on the head. We ain't worried about any of the crevices there. We do still have a little of that subtle tonality of the initial base coat showing through. I think mixing in the flat earth really helped with that. A bit more back here on the sides. We want some nice strong coloration here. This guy's got so many surface details that I think the shadow work is probably going to be lost on some of his panels. So we can afford to be a little brighter, a little more cartoony in our application. And basically dry brushing at this point. It's like a very wet dry brush with a thin translucent color. Feather that edging, yes. Edge those feathers. Ooh. Alright, we'll do one more pass with this tone. And that way we're just we're working into solid opacity. I guess I could be filming this and probably should be filming this, but whatever. The work doesn't have to be super self-indulgent. I'm thinking this video is going to be an essay on painting Space Marines more than like how to paint Badab War Salamanders, because I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just fucking kind of making it up as I go, using a collection of 20 years of painting tips. Alright. It's looking decent. Nice mustardy tone, like a spicy brown mustard. That looks decent. Looks decent. Dece nuts. Okay. One more pass on the other guy. 237. Do we just put a pin in it and work on these again Friday after 3 hours? I'm kind of thinking so. I'm going to be joining the Dicks for Mega Dungeon, so it might be nice to take a short break between streams. We've got some other stuff to do as well, paint-wise. Alright. In fact, yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. My mind is starting to wander. And, we got a long road of building up yellows.
Another Nate asked me, my favorite poop color is I didn't know it was possible to eat that much okra. The infamous okra overload shade. It's like the green version of Unleashing the Colon Bees, full of surprises and mysteries. Just like the flea in Battletech. Nimble but packing a punch. Maybe it's time to mix in some fluorescent colors for a Technicolor yawn twist, or maybe just stick to painting minis and sipping some Coca-Cola. Meow.
What the fuck is he talking about? Alright, y'all. I'm gonna, I think I'm gonna call it there. I'm getting a little bored with this. My mind is wandering. I want to finish my coffee. I'm gonna have a little lunch. We'll be back Friday with some more of this shit. Tomorrow is a no-go because I've got some other things to take care of, which demand my attention. But we have a nice foundation today. We have our boys with our complex prime job. I don't want to say I regret it, because I don't think I do. We can still use the brown to build into the other tones, into the tans and whatnot. But I'm going to continue plugging along on these.
She can go on forever.
We'll be back Friday. We'll build up the yellows. We'll get into the tans. We'll keep recording it. We'll get those done. I've got some other stuff on the agenda. I've got some Robinson's Rangers to do this month, and maybe some Derek's Devils as well. I may also work on some more Arizona Iced Tea Boys. So buckle up, y'all. It's going to be a busy fucking month of work. So tons of stuff coming up. We're probably going to be streaming 2-3 times a week. More shorts coming, more content coming. I've got Runa in the pocket. She's coming right along. Still got to film the glamour shots for it. We might put her up on the eBay store. Not really sure yet. So if you're interested, keep an eye out. In any case, I think I owe Mr. Another Nate some push-ups, and I'm going to go do those. But I'm going to end the stream 2 hours, 41 minutes in. And I'll see y'all Friday, probably for another noontime stream. In any case, if you want to chat before the Dicks in the Dark stream, swing on by the Discord. I'll probably pop in there. And then, yeah, be streaming with the Dicks tonight. We'll play a little D&D. Anyhow, lots of love. I'm going to go do push-ups, and I will see y'all in el futuro. Que tenga un buen día. Toodaloo. I'm going to do those push-ups before I click the end button, too. I'm getting up to do them right now, Mr. Nate. Thank y'all so much for watching. If you caught this via the algorithm and watched all the way through the end, let me know in the comments down below. The engagement goes a long way in pushing the content, and I really want to know what you thought. Anyhow, you take it easy. Goodbye.